Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is the 12th of April, 2021. Happy Monday. Looking at the British pound, GBP USD, we took a look at this guy back on the 8th. So last Thursday, we looked at it and we were, observing the weekly candle. And in fact, the weekly candle that we looked at on Thursday closed pretty much at the same, well, not the same level, but this bearish engulfing candlestick that we saw on the weekly chart that we looked at on Thursday that we were talking about is present. We see the current week, which is barely a day into the trading week, more than that, but we see it is trading a little bit higher. What we focused on a lot was looking at the daily chart and identifying this historical support zone down here at 136.80. It's also, when we looked at it, gotta pull up here it is, the Ichimoku levels. That this is the 50% range that we've got here from the prior swing high at 142.42 to the low of the strong bar at 131.87. The 50% level is right at 137.05, which is along with, it's got a high volume node here. So it's not surprising that we're seeing a lot of this support occur. We do have a very bearish short setup for the pound dollar with the Ichimoku system. The lagging span is below the cloud. Sorry, the lagging span is below the candlesticks. We have the current candle below the cloud. The Tenkan Sen is below the Kijun Sen. And yeah, it's just a very, very nice setup for the short side of it. But do look at this. I mean, this is a pretty standard bull flag here. I mean, it's not depending on how generous you want to be, there is a pretty clear flag setup going on here. So the breakout that higher that we would want to watch is really the same conditions that we would want to watch for a breakout higher using the Ichimoku system. That'd be a price above the cloud, and the lagging span back above the candlesticks is pretty much the exact same breakout that you would take just basing it off of a bull flag, which is what that looks like. Any close that we get on the daily now below 137.05, and really it could generate a pretty swift move all the way down to 133.50. Although there is an opportunity for a lot of chop between 136.50 and where we're currently at. The volume profile here is fairly thick. So, I mean, you can see like today and Friday, and then you look back on the 24th of March and the 25th of March. There's a lot of participation that came in at the 136.60 level to the 136.80-ish level. You see a lot of support structure in there. Then when we get to the weekly, we see an inside bar forming on the current daily chart. If you're going to base an entry solely off the weekly, there's a triple bottom here that we have formed with the current. I tell you, I hear my son crying upstairs, and now one of the cats is crying. It's a Monday here. But we have this low on the week of the 22nd of March. Then we have a low on April 5th. And then we have a low here on the current week. And so if we do get a close that is below these wick lows at 136.60-ish, watch out for that, because that could be a really strong push to the south that we'd be looking for. It really kind of coincides with the daily. there's still a gap between the close and the weekly Kijun Sen. I mean, this is the other thing. We haven't had a test of the weekly Kijun Sen since the week of the 28th of September in 2020. So, I mean, really, I think if you want to have a bullish case here, we would need to see a pretty swift. If you want to be bullish, this is the ideal scenario. It would actually be a flash drive to the south. Flash drive. That's no pun intended. A really fast move to the south where it would break below that bull flag. It would capture in a lot of late entry bears, create a beautiful bear trap if price came all the way down here within a week. Like if it happened in this week, that would be a pretty big drop. And then you get a lot of buying support here, and then a return into the channel, and then a resumption of the uptrend. That would be the ideal kind of bullish scenario I'd see. But otherwise, still on the short side of the market, I'd anticipate a test here of that 135.49 level on the Kijun Sen. And again, watch for a break below 136.60 and certainly any daily close below that low. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.